So I'm just starting with the tutorial or the easy ones. So here we go. So I'm starting with the tutorial. Guess where you are. Okay, so obviously it gives us the area of Paris, and there's the Eiffel Tower. Oh, okay, so we have to consider exactly where we are. Okay, so New York, and of course that was the Statue of Liberty right behind. And so now I'm looking for, oh okay, I've got a pointy finger man who's just pointing in the middle. That's not really useful. Oh, where is, oh my gosh. So I didn't do the voiceover, but now I see the Statue of Liberty. I saw it there when I zoomed in. I honestly spent ages looking for it, because there are all these islands, of course, by New York. And I was like, okay, where is it? Like, I spent ages looking and I can't believe it's right. Oh my gosh, I'm so blind. It's literally there, like 100 times. Wow. It's because I was on a free trial, and so I was trying to find it as quickly as possible. So for the website you get 5 minutes free out of every 15 minutes. But if you've started, so you start a new level at like with 4 seconds left, you get those 4 seconds, and then you get the entirety of the 10 minutes to make a guess. So if you're there is again, geez, it's literally right across from I honestly can't believe. Oh yeah, New York, New Jersey. I thought it was in New York. But yeah, I couldn't believe. So this says take a walk, take a step forward. Yeah, I couldn't believe it took me so long. Okay, can you see where I am? It's not zoomed in this time, but I know exactly where I am. I have walked along this path. So, Sydney, and I was making sure it wasn't at the North Shore of Sydney. And then I saw the Harbour Bridge, and then I just saw it there, the Opera House. And of course, we're just a little bit down from the Opera House. I've completed the tutorial. I got a perfect round. 21 meters away. So close. Okay, now I'm ready to explore the world. So let's do complete all objectives and receive a 500 XP reward. I think famous landmark is the way to get started. Well, I have also been here. So this is, oh, I zoomed in on Scotland out of habit. So just need to figure out which bridge it is, because London has many bridges. I was also looking for the Westminster stop, because the building on the right hand side that you can't quite see because of the map is actually the Westminster train station, and you just like jump right out. So yeah, 108 meters from the location. So I don't even look around. I like immediately zoom in on New York, because this is Times Square, although I do switch around to take a check. But yeah, I'm like, okay, is everything English? Because of course, like, a lot of, also that building is definitely Times Square, but I feel like a lot of big cities have huge billboards there. Oh yeah, now I'm looking for the exact street. I can't really see it now. I think it's West 46th and 7th Avenue. 8 meters. Wow. Oh, I've been here also. I seem like a very well-traveled person. I've been to like all the big landmarks apparently. Okay, so the Colosseum. And what I discovered was really cool here is when you zoom right in on the map, you can actually see the structure of the walls of the Colosseum. So you have to like figure out, okay, which side is like lower down. So I was 264 meters away. Okay, this one I haven't been to. The only state I've been to on the west coast of America, or the United States, is Seattle. So I was looking to see which side of the bridge I was at, and then I saw Alcatraz off to the right, so I figured I was on that side. Paris again. This is the Arc de Triomphe, which is also known as Triumph Arch if you translate it. It's not also known as, but that's what it's translated to. So I know where the Arc is. I have it on the map, but here I was just trying to figure out where I was. So I figured that we weren't on the Champs-Élysées. So now I was trying to figure out which side looked like the Champs-Élysées, so I knew which one we would be at. 55 meters away. I was like 1 over. Or like 2 over, I guess. So then I was trying famous cities. This was a lot more difficult. Although I do see that, I immediately saw this castle-looking thing. So I zoomed right over. And I couldn't tell what it was. And then Sagrada Familia, and I was like, I don't know where the Sagrada Familia actually is. I just like focused. It was really weird. I got so focused on the sign, and I didn't think, what's the language? For some reason, I had it in my head that the Sagrada Familia was in Sofia in Bulgaria. I'm not sure what the famous monument in Bulgaria is, or in Sofia is, if there even is one, that's like a castle, or, like a beautiful looking building like that. I feel like there is one in Sofia. Yeah, there you go. I couldn't find it, and then I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I was looking, and looking, and looking, and if you know the Sagrada Familia, you will know it's not in Bulgaria. So I was honestly staring at this for ages. Because I was, honestly, I don't know why, but I was so convinced. So I'm looking up at it again. Like, will that help me? And then I remembered Spain. Barcelona. Because if you translate it, obviously, familia is family. And then Sagrada, I think, means sacred. Because it's like I think it's like church. Like, really? I didn't look at the signs, I was looking around. Steineck's Cafe. It looks, I don't remember where this was, but this looks German to me. But I'm so sure there was literally just there's Tui, which is a holiday place. I was trying to see if there's anything on the trams. There's a UPS thing, but that doesn't really help. What does it say on the side of there? Berlin. So I figured we had to be in Berlin, which of course is Germany. Which the cute little bakery kind of gave me Germany vibes before. Okay, and then I spotted this tower thing. And was like, okay, is there a tower in Berlin? And honestly, I've never heard of like a tower in Berlin. And then there to the left it says Brandenburger Tor, which would be the tower. But for some reason, I don't think I spotted it. I need to pay more attention to maps. It's literally right there. So I don't know if I'd found a. No, I genuinely think I'm still looking for a tower, but I didn't notice that I've dropped a pin already, but kind of close to the tower. There, I see the tower now. I must surely. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't too far. 1.7 kilometers. That's not terrible. Okay, so this is Famous City 3 of 5. Already I can see the building on the left. Back there was a TD Bank, the green. So Holland Tunnel to New Jersey, through traffic to Lower Manhattan. Obviously we're in New York, Manhattan. Also there it says Manhattan Mini Storage. Oh, I saw this building site and I was like, is that the building site for the new tower? And then I realized it couldn't be because I've been there and that's not what it looks like. I don't know how far they are with the construction. I went to New York, like, I want to say 2004. I think so. So, yeah, it was a while ago. Here I'm trying to find again street names. I found a street, Charlton, and I'm not sure what that says. Oh, also on the hotel it says 60 Charlton. Oh yeah, I should be looking for the Holland Tunnel over to New York and New Jersey, sorry. That's why I'm looking for. Okay, so we've got the Holland Tunnel there. And so I started zooming in. Vadek Street. That was the street we're on. And Charlton. 30 meters, which is pretty good. Much better than the 1 point something kilometers. Okay, so this one's an easy one from the beginning. And we're on a gondola, which I think is amazing. And although I know there's Richmond in Vancouver. But I went to Vancouver and I was like, I really don't think it's Vancouver. Because the skyline didn't match. And, because I lived in Vancouver for a time. Okay, so there's a small sign up here. It says Town of York. And I'm pretty sure it also said something about Toronto on there. If not, I think my brain jumped to Toronto. I honestly, the second I saw it, I thought it was Toronto as opposed to Vancouver, but I was like, the Richmond really threw me off. Okay, so I'm here in York because it says on the sign Town of York, and so I was trying to find the names of the street Richmond, and it took me a long time to find it. So of course, also because there is Tim Hortons on the corner of the street, so Richmond Street East and Sherbourne Street, because there's the Tim Hortons on the other corner of the crossroads. I was like, okay, Tim Hortons, I have to look for it, and there's the only Tim Hortons I could see, but it's not on a crossroads. Of course, Google Maps isn't always entirely accurate when it comes to the location of a store, but that Tim Hortons is very clearly a large one on a corner. So this is the last of the famous cities. So I think after famous cities, I honestly was really trying for a very long time to find Richmond Street. And I think I even reconsidered the fact that it was Vancouver, but then again, it really didn't look like Vancouver. So I went and I saw York again, and I was zooming right in case the Tim Hortons pin didn't appear until I zoomed super far in. And of course, bigger and smaller roads appear when you zoom in and out. Hence me constantly zooming right in and out. But yeah, I was like, okay, there's traffic lights, which I never realized it showed traffic lights on a map, on Google Maps before. But it does, and I was like, okay, I know that it is in the center of a crossroads, or I'm basically in the center of a crossroads with traffic lights. I know the names of the street, I know the name of the town, I know there's a Tim Hortons on the corner, and I just couldn't find it. I was also on the phone with my sister on a FaceTime at this point in time, and I was like, can you see something that I don't see? Because it was just getting a bit ridiculous. I couldn't find it. So I zoomed down to see if I can find another intersection. With other street names that might help point me in the right direction, but there's not a street name over here on Ontario Street. So that solidified that it was Toronto. So I'm looking Ontario Street. No, not Toronto Street. I'm looking for Ontario Street. I'm looking for Richmond Street East. And I'm looking for... I've forgotten the other street now. But I couldn't find anything. I always end up back at the same part, but that's where York pops up, and it's also where there's a Tim Hortons. So yeah, I'm zooming down the street again, trying to find another intersection with another street name. So it still says Richmond, and then we've got Berkeley, or Berkeley. And this is when I find that there's East York and Old East York. And then I immediately spot the Tim Hortons. And it could be on the corner, but those are not the right street names. It's not on O'Connor. And I was like, well, now it looks more uniform, like blocks. But I still wasn't having any joy with a Tim Hortons, or at least not in the right place, in the right street name. But I still couldn't find East Richmond. Or Ontario Street. Or Berkeley Street. It's lucky you're not timed for these ones. It might make a difference to the score, which is half cut out by accident. Whoops. It might make a difference to the score, but it doesn't time you out. I was doing a challenge before, probably after this video, but earlier today, and it was in Wales, and I knew it was in Wales, but I just was trying to get it as close to where I was as possible. I was measuring with my fingers and everything. I was like, okay, this space is 10 miles. And I tried to drop, and I was measuring just like with my fingers up to the screen, and I'd run out of time. It was like, you didn't guess, and I was like, no, because I knew exactly where it was. And I would have put it, if I just rush guessed, I would have put it pretty damn close, like within a few kilometers of where it was supposed to be. But it timed me out, and I didn't realise. And it didn't have my sound on, I don't think. Okay, so I got fed up and just decided to drop it on that first Tim Hortons. And then I spy that that's in York, and this is just Toronto. It says Old Town. It doesn't say anything about a town of York, which was really upsetting because I spent so much time in York and I couldn't understand why it said York on those signs. But there you go. That's where I'm going to stop it for today. If you want to see any more GeoGuessr videos, then please give this a like so I know what you like, and I will see you